The first world is Yayoi Summer Nights by Nekoyashiki Yayoi. Isn't it gorgeous? So Nekoyashiki Yayoi is a VRChat world creator. I reached out to them on Twitter and they were nice enough to get back to me. And she confirmed that she does work by herself. She uses assets from Unity and Booth, and it seems like she's been animating for like 4 years. So she's experienced enough that she's able to get really complex, beautiful worlds created in a relatively short amount of time, which is great for us. I mean, look at the level of detail in this world alone. There's so much to play around with and so much to explore. If you pay attention, you're gonna notice that certain elements are repeated in different worlds. To me, it's like a really fun Easter egg hunt, and it's like, are we gonna see a little porcelain piggy here, or a telescope, or a really nice table setup? Then you'll turn a corner and there it is. They're relatively contained. I haven't seen a really large world, but the level of detail and like wealth of like things that you can explore inside even this tiny room is enough to keep you entertained for quite a while. The really noticeable aspects of Yayoi's worlds are the seemingly mundane and ordinary setting somehow has a magical feel to it, and the way they play around with lighting. So there are lamps, there are candles, there are stars and the moon, and also the reflections of that light on different surfaces. You're definitely gonna find yourself just like staring at one thing for maybe 20 minutes, and it's just a really enjoyable experience. Something I noticed on social media is that I've seen a lot of users just going in here and taking photos or video, making up their own story of what this world means or how their character interacts in this reality, which is also fantastic. It's really fun to see, and I think world creators probably enjoy seeing how people interact with their creations. They put in so much time and effort to make these fantastic settings that we get to enjoy. So don't be afraid to take some pictures, take a video, tag them. It pays to show appreciation to the VRChat world creators. They make VRChat what it is. I've been wanting to make creator highlights and other kinds of videos for a really long time. I've seen other people want to see these type of videos as well. And we should all be able to show appreciation to our creators in different ways. I'm really happy to get started with Yayoi's work because after stumbling into the first world, I had to click on the creator name and then proceed to go to every other world that they had created. Yayoi Starfield, according to the Yayoi's blog, was something that they wanted to make that was fantastic, and they wanted to make something that was more design-like, but they ended up combining rubble in a normal way. To her credit, I really think this world is actually very well designed. It's very smart. If you take the time to look at how things function in relationship to each other, everything has a story. From the rubble that suggests that there was some sort of a past city that was maybe destroyed, to these flower-like objects that bloom on the surface of the water and then just float up into the sky. It really makes you wonder what they are and what part do they play, and whatever the heck happened to this place. Why is it destroyed? Why is there a telescope in the middle of this island-like structure in the middle of nowhere? And why do we have to monitor whatever's happening in the stars? And also the big elephant in the room, or should I say the big whale in the room, is the fact that there is an entire city under the water and a friendly little whale. There's a whole story here with a very small amount of elements. This is very well designed. I'm gonna be honest, this next world is not my favorite. But if anything, it's very notable because it's very unsettling to me. It's a small room in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by these ginormous waves in a slightly unsettling color and a beautiful sunset. Personally, I just find it really disturbing to see those ginormous waves around me. And you always think that like the next wave is somehow gonna get a little bit taller and it's gonna like go over the space, and yeah, that's just me being freaked out by it, which makes it notable. Anybody could make a cool, chill vibes little room, place it in the middle of the ocean and make it really scary. That says something. It says it's time for me to get out of here. But yeah. Yayoi Summer Days, perhaps more popular than Yayoi Summer Nights, the original world, but it's more than just the day version of Yayoi Summer Nights. Yayoi's intention behind this world was basically all her thoughts on summer. It's supposed to be a laid-back world that also has a fantasy-like feeling. It's just a small room in the middle of summer, with a whale in the sky. This doesn't feel like a day version of Yayoi Summer Nights at all. It has its own distinct personality. It was the original world, and I found myself spending just as much time here as I did on the other world, because it has its own unique features that you can enjoy, like a ginormous whale that flies over the sky periodically. And the lighting itself, again, is fantastic. This time it comes from a hot, blaring summer day. It does have that fantastic feeling that she was going for, and it's just so enjoyable and happy. It just makes you feel good. So enjoy that hazy, lazy summer feeling. It is definitely worth a visit. Yayoi Rusted Train is described on Yayoi's blog as something that was inspired by Yano-san's Spring Nohara and Tiwa-san's terminal station. So this was a train terminal that Yayoi had been meaning to make for a really long time. They finally got to it with some time to spare, and it features some mushrooms that can be picked once in a while. This doesn't feel as optimized as the other worlds. It is very big. There's a lot of moving grass. The ambience or the vibes are really nice. Again, we have that magical feeling in the middle of like something that's pretty much mundane or ordinary. And I've also noticed people making content in this world as well. It's a pretty solid setting, be it fantastical or ordinary. Yayoi Winter Onsen was created around winter time. It was getting colder, and I guess inspiration hit. And here we have a winter wonderland that includes a beautiful onsen and a cozy little room that features a futon and other cute little details you can interact with. It's pretty fun just to look around and see what you can play with. You can throw some snowballs. You can notice that the clouds in the sky keep changing. You can enjoy the beautiful sunset, or you could just go inside. I am hoping that as I make more of these, hopefully, I'm also able to have more conversations with the creators and perhaps even pick a world or a couple of worlds where we can just literally walk through. It would be really awesome to be able to ask the creators in real time, like, hey, why did you design it this way? What was the most difficult thing that kept happening? Or can you show me something that I'm not seeing right now that is actually something that you worked really hard to hide? I love going into worlds and looking for all the little details that might have also been a challenge for a creator. So having that person there to really talk through everything that they've built, designed, it would be really a joy to be able to do that as well. The final Yayoi world that's going to be featured on this video is Yayoi Forest House. So this was created with the idea that as the final days of summer are passing, but it's still really hot, you go into this place in the search for coolness next to the river. Yayoi commented on some issues with loading and recommended a small amount of users. So I thought it was really cool to feature a world that was more representative of perhaps Yayoi's earlier work and a different time in which their skill sets were still developing. It's still very pretty either way, and you can really admire how far Yayoi has come. So here's the call to action. Go visit her worlds. Go show other creators appreciation. And if you want to get started creating, there's a whole community out there that's willing to support you. Thank you so much.